Syria. We saw Israel launching airstrikes in Damascus. They've said they're going to do what they can to protect the Druze community there. There's absolutely horrific videos emerging from atrocities being committed against that community. What's the state of play now? And is the ceasefire, is that something that you expect to hold?
So the Druze are, from the 10th century, they're split between living in Israel and living in Syria. I've been to their villages in Majd al-Shams. They are facing an Islamist genocidal assault that's been going on from Saturday night. This is rapes, beheadings, murders, religious men and other men, their mustaches and beards shaved off, their lips and nose macheted off in public. A hospital besieged by Sunni Islamist jihadists. They're coming from all over the region, Chechnya, Dagestan, Syria. And the Druze are under siege. They're defending themselves. And Druze are also Israeli members of the IDF who've been incredible in this war since October 7th. And in general, they're very, very loyal Israelis. So Israel needs to hold the peace. The United States has to do more than talking. We have to absolutely augment the Israelis to defend the Druze. We have to arm and train the Druze. And we also have to support the Kurds. Syria will implode without supporting the pluralist minorities. In the meantime, people are being hunted down. The videos are absolutely appalling. Exactly what Hamas did. And if we think that we're in Australia or New York and this is not relevant, the Bosnian War is exactly what inspired American, British, Australian extremists to go into radical Islam and then come back and damage our own countries. Rita, you said something very important, that 16-year-old foreign fighters are not held criminally liable when they come back to Australia. This is going to feed off generations of Islamists. We must take action now and put pressure on the Australian government, the American government to support Israel. The Saudis, the Gulf, Saudi Arabia is guaranteed the president of Syria, who 5 minutes ago was a leader of an Islamist jihadist group.
Quentin Ahmed, always great to chat to you, and you're 100% correct about Syria.
Now, many of the things she said is true, but, remember always that everybody speaks from his own point of perspective, and most likely she is a Druze herself. She said she was in Majd al-Shams, and I don't find a reason for her to be there except that she's a Druze. Now, I was trying to focus on what she is saying, but the colors in her face is very disturbing. I mean, I don't know. I see moving red stuff in her face. I mean, she's very affected, by the way, by the massacres is happening to the Druze, and the color is in her face is proving that. Very red lipstick, blue sunglasses, 10 of kilograms on her face, brown jacket. I mean, all the colors of the rainbow is there. But anyway, this is not the point. Always remember that even when somebody speaks about Islamist, they forgot that this is Islam. And they will never speak against Islam. You notice that? Like they say Islamist. So, but what does Islamist mean? Why don't they say we should know that this is the teaching of the filthy Islam? In fact, the Druze themselves, when they are superior, they were no better. They killed a lot of Christians. The Caliphate of the Druze, which was the Caliphate of Egypt, Al-Fatimi, he leveled our holy church in Jerusalem. He destroyed it to the ground. He burned it. So, Islam is the problem. It doesn't matter who is who. So the Druze today, they are, let us say, not too much into Islam, and they are, they lost their glory, let's say, and they became minority. But one day they were the majority, and they were doing exactly the same as the Muslim Sunni doing today, and even more. However, we, as a Christian, we support those Druze because we knew what's happening is not just. We are not going to judge them by the past. If they do the same today, then we will see they are, whoever doing that is the same. However, the root of all the problem regardless of all the colors you see in her faces, the blue and the red and all the madness. The real problem, it is Islam. They keep telling to you, Al-Qaeda. It's Al-Qaeda is not the problem. ISIS is not the problem. There's no Al-Qaeda, there's no ISIS, there's no Mujahideen, there's no terrorists, there's no Hezbollah. There's no Druze. Druze is not an ethnic if there's no Islam. It's all about religion. Islam is the problem. The ideology is filthy. And whoever put it in his head immediately will be polluted. So when Winston Churchill, he says, rabies for dogs is the same as Islam for a human, it's perfectly described. So all the news agencies, even the ones who they bring him to say the truth, supposedly, they try to avoid to speak about Islam. They try to make themselves, we are not really against a person to believe in religion, but those are Islamists. So what does that mean? Well, you don't say it's Islam. It is Islam. All the terrorists, they share one religion, Islam. When a Jewish Orthodox is mentally sick, he go and attack somebody and he burn his house. We have to expose him. So what if he's a Jew? He's a terrorist too. But then if we go in the Old Testament, we will find that if you find that even the cow, if your enemy, you bring it back to him. As long you are not at war with them, why you are going after them? Why you are going after civilians? Why you stop a car in the street and you beat whoever is inside? So religion, it can be used as a tool of terrorism if you bring it into pollution. This is why Christianity is the perfect balance between just and unjust. An extreme Christian, he will be extremely peaceful. However, this extremely peaceful person, he pushed the war away until the war cannot be pushed no more, which means you are coming to me to kill me. I have to defend myself. So when we support Israel, we say, okay, the Israelis are not the one really seeking the war. It is you who want to kill the Jews. So we stand with Israel. The same now we stand with the Druze. It's not because of their religion is right, but because they are the one who's been attacked. It's not the one. They are not the one. If they are the one doing the same, they are attacking the Muslim Sunni, then we will stand with the Sunni says, why you are attacking them when they never did anything to you? So we have to be in balance to know that Islam is the problem and the true Islam is the problem. Not a fake understanding of the Bible, not a fake understanding. Somebody is a stupid idiot. He say he's a Christian, but he's a KKK. Well, you cannot be Christian and KKK. The Christianity does not justify KKK. That is satanic. But Islam justifies KKK because this is a supremacist, a white supremacist cult. And then whoever join it, they don't mind if you are a Muslim to join it, as long as you are serving the white supremacist KKK Arab. Attack the Roman and get the blonde girls. Even their heaven have zero black, zero Asian, only white people. So I advise those who want to speak out, as long as you are avoiding the truth that Islam is the problem, is not the terrorist. The terrorist, if there's no Islam, there's no terrorist. If there's no Islam, there's no Al-Qaeda, there's no ISIS. Why they are killing? Because Islam is teaching them, command them. What is unite them with the love of hatred? Islam. So they go on TV and they supposedly now they are sharing the truth about rape and murder, etc. Who is doing it? The Islamists, the Mujahideen, but they will never say one word against Islam. Which means they are trying to stay politically correct. I did not insult Prophet Muhammad. Police be upon him, the child molester. So to stay in the gray zone and to save your ass from being not politically correct, because then they might not invite you for TV. Nobody will call you for saying the truth. So if you are truthful and you want to say the truth, don't cut it. Say it as it is. Islam is the problem. There's no Qaeda, there's no ISIS, there's no Druze will be killed, and no Druze will be killing. Even the Druze, when they attack and they kill in the history, and they killed a lot of Christians, by the way, they did that because of Islam. Islam is the motive. Islam is the disease. Islam is the cancer. Prove me wrong. Thank you very much.